So in yesterday's videos, I talked about the 5 nicest wrestlers I ever met. Well, the world ain't all that good because some people are just some a-holes. Before I get into the list, some of these people really weren't like jerks or anything. In a comparison standpoint of who was the nicest wrestler, who was like the least talkative or like lazy or just actual a-hole, then yeah, I guess they would fall in this category. So I'm not saying these people are bad. Well, yeah, I'm not saying that. But with that again, I'm not saying these people are jerks. I'm just saying I had a bad experience meeting them. It could have been a bad day for them. I don't know. All I know is I got the heat for it. So number 5 is Dean Ambrose. So Dean Ambrose is a guy I met actually this month at Extreme Rules. Well, not at Extreme Rules, but he was doing a signing at Barnes & Noble before. This is my thing with Dean Ambrose. For one, I'm not even a fan of Dean Ambrose. Did I waste my money on meeting someone I didn't really like? Shut up. So naturally, I wasn't looking for like the greatest experience in the world. This is my thing with Ambrose. I feel like this man has gotten very, very lazy. And that's just coming from the standpoint of him being a wrestler. I don't know the person. How he lives his life outside of the ring is literally none of my business. But how he lives his life in autograph sessions that I paid for, that's actually my business. So at Barnes & Noble, he had to buy like a book or something and get Dean Ambrose to sign it, which I had no problem doing because the book didn't cost a lot. My thing with Ambrose is simply looking like you just don't care and you're lazy as crap. Walked in there without a single care for the world. I watched him talk to all the people in front of me, didn't even say that much, not even to the little kids. And then when I met him, I mean, like, there's video proof of like if I said anything or if he said anything to me, which neither one of us really said anything, but this is my thing. Hey, you're the WWE superstar. Get to talking. I get it. You're busy, you gotta meet all these other people, I understand that. But you are still the person that people are paying to meet. And it's not like you're antisocial, you are a wrestler. You have to cut promos with thousands of people around you. And there's nothing worse than standing in line for 3 hours for a guy to show up and look like he literally could not really care. I understand there's a lot of Ambrose fans, they're probably gonna tell me otherwise when they met Ambrose. He's probably a really nice guy. I assume that's gonna be for a lot of these people. But for me, he was a no. Kind of tying with Dean Ambrose, I'm just kind of putting them in different spots. Number 4 is Alberto El Patron or Del Rio, whichever you want to call it. So I met him at WrestleMania 32 Access. Again, I don't really want to talk bad about him because he didn't say anything to actually offend me. It's just a fact of, again, just laziness and looking like he just doesn't want to be there. I get it. WrestleMania week is very busy. Coming from a fan's perspective, pay over $100 to meet you. You get 15 seconds. Within those 15 seconds, I know there's a lot of other people, you're probably there for like 3 hours, but within those 15 seconds, could you care enough to at least say hi? I wore a Lucha Underground shirt that day. He kind of popped for that a little bit, like he gave a little smirk, like that little Del Rio smirk, and then kind of just signed a little thing. I don't even know why I got him to sign, but he kind of just signed it and kind of just tossed the pen to the side. It wasn't my pen, he was just tossing pens. I was like, okay, I'ma chill, don't toss me. Try to be respectful about it and try to get out. Heard lots of good things about Del Rio, so I'm not saying he's a bad person or anything, but when it comes to me meeting him in person, I mean, it wasn't all that eventful. And now it starts to get a little juicy. Number 3 is Randy Orton. This is someone I've actually met twice. The first time I met him, I think I was like 12 or something. And he was a really nice guy then. There's other people that went to the auto show, they all know the same story as me. So I went to the auto show this year. This is maybe a week after Randy Orton won the Royal Rumble. And I get him to sign something, I go in for a picture. So naturally, I asked like a respectful fan that paid admission. It was only like $12, but still, my money is my money. Respectfully asked the man, can we get a picture? He said, I just gotta hurry up and take it. And then when I put the camera up to him, he didn't even smile. He looked at the camera for about 0.2 seconds. I got it on film. Look at that face. That's not the face of someone who gives an F. I know there's a lot of people that say Randy Orton's a really nice guy, and there's also a lot of people that say Randy Orton's a jerk. I don't really know, because the 2 times I met him, I got heel Randy, I got good Randy. I don't know what he is. I don't want to say I like Randy Orton because Randy Orton is one of my favorites of all time. Come on, man. Just smile! I walked off the stage and went back to smoking his e-cigarette, and you take a couple hours, drop the smoke, and just sign my crap and smile? I'm not even asking you to say anything. Can you just smile? That's why you lost your title to a jobber. You were a transitional champion between a guy that loses all the time and a jobber. How does that feel? I want to like all these people, but like, they were jerks, kinda, and lazy. I don't know. In a comparison, they were the worst. That's all I'm really trying to say. Number 2, I'm pretty sure a lot of people can probably agree, it has to be the Nature Boy. Woo! So I got Ric Flair to sign this. I think it was in 2015, 2016. It was at a BTW show in Norfolk, Virginia. It was at a big time wrestling show. It was Ricky Steamboat and then it was Ric Flair. I don't know how much money I paid. It had to be close to $100 at least, which is a fair price. You are the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. You're a 2-time Hall of Famer, I understand. But can you at least look at me? You didn't even make eye contact. You didn't even look in my direction. I don't even think you shook my hand. Why's your daughter so nice and you're such an a-hole? I walked up to Ric Flair. I gave him the figure to sign. He looked at the figure kinda and then looked over to the person next to him. Woo! I'll talk to her later. Woo! I don't know. I don't want to do a Ric Flair impression. You did not look in my direction. I made more eye contact with Ricky Steamboat, who was standing next to you on my side. I literally made eye contact with Gangrel, and he was down the freaking hallway. Now, was he looking at me? I don't really know. But I was looking his direction, he was looking at mine, so I'm calling that. Sorry I wasn't an attractive young lady so you can look at. I paid to get in. I paid to meet you. All I'm asking, can you look up look in my direction, acknowledge me, say hi, say something. I was respectful. I said, hello, sir. Nice to meet you. Blah, 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 blah. And you didn't say anything. You are one of, if not the greatest of all time, and I'm trying to respect you. I'm trying to be nice. And you need your own get yourself together. Daughter's so nice and you're such And finally, number one, this is such like a random one, but I've talked about on YouTube enough that you guys kind of know who I'm gonna say. It has to be the big deal, Titus O'Neil. First off, I love the primetime players. If I could pull it out within the next 2 minutes, I would show you. I have your shirt. Titus, I was and I still am one of your biggest supporters. I love the Titus brand. On my life right now, if you brought out shoes, I don't care how much they are. People are paying $500 for Lonzo Ball. I'm pretty sure I'll pay at least about $250 for Titus O'Neil. And also, what's a ZO2? That sounds like a BMW, not a shoe. So I met Titus O'Neil at WrestleMania 29 Access. I walk up, I talk to Darren first because he's standing right there. Such a cool guy. I love Darren Young. And then I get to Titus. I have a WrestleMania 29 Access program. I pick up the program because Darren Young just signed it. I was gonna slide it to Titus. That would have been a little rude. And this man snatched it. I should have snatched it right back. Who are you? I might be 12, but I will beat you. No, I really won't. You are really big in person. You snatched it, you said something in your deep voice. I didn't really understand what you said. Then you asked me how much the program was. I said like $20 or something like that. This man's trying to frisbee it back to me. Like, what the heck, bro? I'm not on the Florida Gators. It wasn't just like one of those, hey, here you go. It's one of those, I'm chucking for your neck. Titus, I still love you, man. But what's wrong with you? I was a Slater Gator fan. That's how dedicated I am. I love you, Titus. But what's wrong with you? You and Apollo right now are one of my favorite tag teams. Hey, what's wrong with you? Then literally, like in 2014, I don't even talk about Titus O'Neil on Twitter. Everything I tweeted about Titus has always been positive. And this man blocks me. What's this? What's wrong with you? Listen, what's wrong with you? What did I do? I like you, Titus. And then Darren Young blocks me. What did I do? I have never said a bad thing about you or Darren Young, ever. But what's wrong with both of you? That's why you guys lost your tag team titles real quick. That's why Abraham Washington got fired real quick. That's why you are a jobber. Oh God, that got really serious. You know, yeah, I need to end this video now. But yeah, guys, that's my worst experiences meeting a wrestler. Tell me in the comments down below, what's the worst wrestler you ever met and why? And then comment zebra hoof, just to make sure that you actually watched the end of this video. Then make sure to like, comment, share, and always subscribe, and we outie.